What's going on, people? So today I am breaking down a $6,000 call that closed earlier on this week, and I'm going to give you an absolute masterclass on the importance of tonality. Tonality is important across the entirety of your high ticket sales calls, but it's probably the most important when it comes to you actually doing a pitch. So you're going to see me tearing apart how this pitch has been delivered. Even though the call closed, there's still massive room for improvement, which is going to enable the closer to make way more in commissions, close way more deals on a daily and a weekly basis. So I hope you get a disgusting amount of value from this video, and yeah, enjoy.
We can absolutely help you with all those things. So I'm sure you can tell I'm excited to dive in and show you what we have here. So
right, more energy that, because you don't sound excited. Okay.
If you're happy, I'd love to share my screen and show you exactly what we have here. Yeah, sure. Great. And so just to let you know, I was in the exact same position as yourself. And if I had this product, my business would have taken off crazy. So I could tell more about it later, but that's why I know this is going to work for you. So,
okay, so just to give you an indication of like the differences in tonality, it would be, Josh, I'm so excited to get into this. Like, you promise you're literally perfect for this. There, higher pitch of tonality, more gravitas on certain words, and speed. Because when you're excited about something, generally you talk a lot faster because you're like, oh my gosh, this is like the most amazing thing in the world. However, when it comes to I was literally in your position, right? Like I get it. And I'm telling you now, if I had this product in place, it would have scaled my business so much. Really would have helped. And that's why now we go back to the excited. There, the cadence is a lot slower because you're leaning into empathy. The volume is a lot lower. The pitch is a lot lower. The enunciation is a lot softer, right? Because you're relating to somebody. So this is why it's so important that you know the pitch off by heart, because it's weird to have something scripted, right? But when you're normally speaking to somebody, you're not thinking about all of those differences and variation. Am I speaking quickly? Am I speaking with a high pitch? It's just natural. And so you have to get to the point with the pitch where it is completely natural so that the emotions can present themselves. Yeah.
So we have a very simple 3-step process here. So step 1 is all in making sure you have the right foundations in your business to not only be able to scale to 10K, 20, 30 and beyond, once you start consistently booking appointments. Now, Josh, when I say consistently, I mean consistently, because
again, even here, when I say consistently, I mean consistently, because this is what my calendar looks like. Do you see how much more energy, emphasis is in that?
Absolutely. And I don't know, when I'm saying it feels like what I'm doing, what you're doing, but it's not. When I watch it back now, I'm like, man, I don't seem to care at all. So I definitely need to practice. It's not something I've done a lot of going up and down and really being very emotional with how I speak.
It's all of this just comes down to being intentional. When I'm speaking, I try to be as intentional as possible with what I am saying, one, but also I want you to feel it. I want it to move you, right? And if that intention isn't constantly there, and this is the best part about sales, is you can practice sales all day, every day, when you're communicating to people all the time. Now, obviously, I don't speak like this. It's in my daily life, but you can do it subtly. When you're having a conversation with someone, if you just lean into, let me try and be a little bit more intentional with how I'm speaking, you can constantly practice, okay?
This is what our calendar has looked like for weeks and weeks and weeks. We have so many appointments that are coming out.
See? Better. I don't know what he said, but he had a reaction of something like, wow, right? Leverage it.
For years at the moment, honestly. And so one of the first things
I also can see that you are getting to that stage where you believe things more, because subconsciously, when you were going through this, you were like, right? That's you being in line with the verbiage. It's like, this is just unbelievable how many appointments we're booking, right? So it is definitely starting to click.
Things we're going to be doing with you is making sure you're positioning yourself correctly and uniquely within inside your space to not only make the appointment book.
So I would say one of the things that's going to help you a lot is getting more intentional about your cadence, because right now it's a little bit choppy and a little bit blocky still. You're leveraging pauses, but those pauses need to be in the right place. So when you're speaking, it's dramatic. Okay.
A walk in the park, but so that you can start targeting the higher paying, higher quality.
So even here with the can, so you can start targeting. But again, we'll work on all of this as time goes by, but the pitch is good. Pitch is good.
Clients that are going to pay you the 2K, 5K retainers. So
Good.
Getting you to your goals of 10K per month and beyond as fast as possible. And let me tell you, you are going to love this, Josh, because
again, I don't feel that. You are going to absolutely love this, Josh. Okay.
Once we've got this dialed in, you're going to sit down with Josh. He's the creator, he's the founder of this company.
Think the key thing that will help you with this is think about what you are saying. Josh has the opportunity to sit down with Josh Dueck for an hour and get help from him. Somebody who right now is making $1 million plus per year. He is going to get access to somebody of that level of consultancy. This Josh's goal is only to get to 10K. He gets to speak to someone doing 10x what his goal is. That's invaluable. So that's how you're approaching this sentence. It is, bro, like genuinely, but everything that I have shown you already is not enough. You're getting to speak to somebody doing 10x what your goal is. There's literally no way that you can fail. I just need you to show up and do the work. It's as simple as that. That's the angle that we're approaching it from.
You're going to sit down with him and create a no-brainer offer, one-on-one, that prospects...
People don't do that. Most people in the market don't offer one-on-one. That's huge. It is huge.
Can't say no to. And just like we've been able to do with 150 other agency consulting businesses in the past, you know, the offer is really what's going to get you to your 10 appointments per month, 20 appointments per month, because the offer is what's going to separate you from all the other competition in your space and showcase the true value that you have to offer. And arguably one of the best parts about this all is we give you the literal scripts, the frameworks, everything that we have been using ourselves.
Again, it's just the pacing. Arguably the very best bit about all of this, Josh, is we're going to give you the scripts, we're going to give you the frameworks, we're going to give you absolutely everything that you could possibly need to whatever, right? It's what's happening. So yet we have the cadence there of scripts, break. Whatever it was, frameworks, break. Everything, break. But your pitch, you want to keep it consistent. The scripts, the frameworks, everything, right? It's the same rhythm when you're delivering the words, which helps you to build momentum in your speech. Yeah?
You book over 200 plus appointments per month.
Even these things, over 200 appointments per month. You're breaking it down syllable by syllable to really emphasize the words, okay?
And that our clients have been used to close 5K, 10K.
Again, key thing with all of this is it's better for it to be natural than it to feel forced. Because if it feels forced, then it's going to be really weird. So all of this stuff that I'm saying to a large extent is more of a North Star for you to work towards. But the key thing is I want you to do it in a way where it makes sense to you. Authenticity is way more important in sales than pretty much everything else. Because if people don't trust you, if they think you're fake, they won't buy. Okay.
Even 20K deals per month right now.
You have made a lot of progress here, Aaron, for sure. Even here, you're giving more emphasis to certain words. It does seem a lot more natural. Good stuff. Just stay on it. Stay on it.
So Josh, long story short, within 7 days, you can have a business that is not only more attractive to your prospects, but you're putting them in a position where they are already obsessed with what you have to offer before they're even jumping on the call with you. And long term, what that allows you to do is focus more.
One of the questions that you can ask yourself is, if you look at it from this perspective, if you don't feel what you're saying, the prospect's not going to feel it, right? You said on this call you felt it a lot more than you have in the past, which is a great indication that you're moving in the right direction. So that's the barometer that you want to use of, am I doing a good job with the pitch or not? That's why I've said to you in the past, I have literally had goosebumps from pitching in the past because I feel it so much. Because if I'm giving 100%, probably the prospect's going to feel it like 70%, 80%, or something like that. So focus on the feeling. The more that you're able to feel what you're saying when you're speaking, the more likely it's going to be able to move somebody else.
More on the higher quality, more profitable clients, so that when we are getting to 10K, 20K, we're doing so while doing less of the day-to-day work. Because I know you said you're doing a lot right now.
Yeah.
So is that all making sense so far?
Good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And do you feel
Be
like
careful here. Be careful here, because to me, it seems like you're just trying to work through the questions. Because he hadn't even said his response yet, and you were already prepping to get into the next question, right? Which means that you're not engaging in active listening.
That's exactly what I was doing. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Do you also see how powerful active listening is? Right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
because I have been able to come to that conclusion from paying such close attention to what is going on. That's what you want to be doing on your calls. We're talking about a millisecond, 2 milliseconds, right, of what has just happened, and I've been able to pick up the whole context of what is going on by really, really immersing myself in this call. And if you think about how many times does that happen in this conversation that you're missing out on as a result, this is for everybody, that you're missing out on as a result of not engaging in active listening, if you were able to just do that one thing, how much do you think that that's going to improve your sales conversion rate, right? So it's really important to train that skill.
like
And
this?
sorry, just ask then, if he said, like he said, yeah, absolutely, versus, yeah, how does that change my next question, or it doesn't at all, or?
It doesn't. It's just feedback for you. It's
Okay.
okay. I'm doing really good, or I'm not doing as well. When I get to the objection handling phase, it may be an area where I need, well, not even the objection handling phase. When I get to the questioning phase of this section, I need to stick in it for a little bit longer. Why is he responding in that way? Let me make sure I tie off these loose ends. That's what's happening in that small blip when it comes up, right? It's informing you of your next step.
Yeah, if it works, obviously. I mean, it sounds like you guys, I mean, this in your first rodeo, like you've kind of figured out the keywords and everything to get people excited about, getting invested and figuring out what they need done and coming to you.
Interesting. Skepticism, lots of skepticism. Kind of figured it out. Know how to get people excited. He's doubtful. Okay.
So yeah, if it works, that's the main thing.
And that's exactly what you'll do when you sit down with Josh and have that discussion about creating that no-brainer offer. What words, what statements are going to get people to jump on the call, excited to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
And so what questions do you have for me about?
Very good positioning. I didn't even think of that. Very good, right? If we are able to get you to be excited about this, how excited do you think we're going to be able to get your prospects to be about your own product? Right? Really good positioning. You're using his language and using it as you're turning a negative into a positive of, yeah, you should buy.
I just thought that's what he meant. I didn't know he was talking about that.
Okay. But yeah, very good positioning.
Step one here.
Not about step one. It's just it's all scripted.
Let's see how you did this.
Yeah.
And so what questions do you have for me about step one here?
None about step one. It's just it's all scripted to obviously to where it's my speak, but the rough outline would be here's what you need to say or do, or yeah. I don't have any questions so far.
Okay, so I'll move on to step two then.
Okay.
So step two is all about the
Good.
consistent appointment booking, the automations and scaling. Now, the very best appointment booking system for you to use in your business, Josh, is going to be our flagship.
Again, the very best. Like lean into it just a little bit more. Again, I don't want it to be unnatural, but you're just highlighting the word a little bit more. Okay.
AI LinkedIn outreach system. Now this is going to send cold DMs to your ideal prospects and automatically source the profiles of the exact type of clients you want to be talking to. And it's doing this using something called intent-based targeting, meaning we're only attracting.
Okay, so here, tailoring perspective. I picked up on the fact that he said that like he's tight on time. So this next section that I'm going to dive into, Josh, like I cannot begin to explain to you how much this is going to help, because I know that you're saying one of the things that you're struggling with so much right now is you just don't have time. And so this entire yada, 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 completely automated, not going to 10x your productivity, can lean into that a lot more.
Active profiles.
Again, don't want you to worry about this right now. Just giving you a North Star.
Have already expressed an interest in the branding space so that we're not wasting time talking to people who aren't even interested. And so what that means for you is you'll only ever,
let's slow this down,
talk to extremely qualified prospects who not only want,
good, extremely good,
but more importantly, need your help. And
good, downward inflection, right? Very good.
one of the best things about this whole system is that it automatically personalizes every single message, creating unique copy that stands out from the rest, getting you the most.
I can tell that you're feeling this. You're building momentum now. You're starting to build more and more momentum as you're going through the pitch. Because just think about it. That is insane. Most people in the market, they don't have a solution in place that is going to automatically source like 1,000 leads for them, high quality leads, verify all of the emails for them. And then after it's done all of that, it's then going to write a personalized line for every single one of those leads in the space of 1 minute. How much time would that take Josh to do by himself? It would take hours, hours and hours. And you have a solution that will get it done for him in 1 minute. There's no way he can fail with that in place. Right?
Most amount of positive responses and the access to the highest quality clients in your business. And what all of this means is scaling your business becomes predictable.
Yeah, the gravitas is kicking in. Scaling your business becomes predictable.
Just like it has been for us. And
This is where I would say you're feeling it, right? First section, which is normal. This is exactly how it should be. This is what you're optimizing for. It starts off slow because otherwise it's weird. It's too much of a transition. And then you just start building and building. By the time you get to the end of the pitch, it should be like this monumental climactic thing where there's fireworks all over the place kind of thing, right?
and just like it has been for our clients. Like if I show you here,
Again, you don't realize what you're doing, but you have downward inflection. You're speaking softer. That's typically what people do when they're being genuine, when they're being honest, when they're being open. This is what we've already done for our clients, man. It's almost like I just want you to realize what I am saying is true. Like you have no idea how much this is going to help you.
just like we helped Adam, who's a marketing agency, go from 9K per month to 18K per month in
Again, small thing, who also is a marketing agency owner, just like yourself.
50 days. Or like we're able to help Donovan at 20K per month in his.
Do you understand what these things mean now?
So, sorry, what do you mean by understand? Like,
Does it resonate with you, or do they still just feel like numbers?
No, definitely. It definitely seems. No, I know how significant it is. I think I don't know. I'm not making 20K per month, but I think 20K is not as exciting as 100K or a million. I know that is possible as well. But I understand for him, going from 5K to 20K is something crazy. So,
Yeah, good. That's the key thing. It's detaching, not in fact detaching, extrapolating from a lifestyle standpoint what this means for Donovan. How does this materially change his life? That's the place that you're speaking to. He's now in the position where he can pay for his parents' bills. He's in the position where he can save 10 grand every single month so that in 6 months' time he can buy a house. That's where we're speaking from.
His first 2 months here. And just like we've been able to help dozens
And
of
in
other
2 months is insane. 60 days, insane.
people get to the position where they never have to worry about where their next appointment is going to come from
Very good. Never have to worry. Very good.
ever again.
Cadence, really good. That's how it should be. Ever again. Dramatic pause. Let it sink in. Really good.
And so, Josh, tell me,
Even the way it's moved. I already know now when we get in here, he's not as doubtful. You are selling him right now. That okay. Like I didn't even get the tonality right, but it's clicking. It's starting to sink in. And he's like, oh shit. Okay. This looks really good.
how is this all landing with you? So
I mean, so far everything sounds great.
Right? We've gone from if it works to if everything sounds great. We're not 100% there yet, because that's different from this is great, but it's a move. You've moved the needle. Okay.
I think the thing that's going to be the kicker is how much is it and how much.
Okay. Why is he saying that? Somebody doesn't say that unless they're reasonably sold on the product. Again, he's not fully sold yet. But if somebody's saying, well, it really just depends on how much it costs now, that's going to be the thing that determines whether or not I buy. It means you're doing a good job of selling it.
Do I, how much of my soul do I need to give to do
Okay, I'd be interested to know what he means by that, right? I expect he means from a financial perspective, but he could also mean from a effort perspective.
But
yeah,
So we've still got reservations, but you're gaining ground.
and I'm happy to dive into that, but just in terms of the process.
Slow that down a little bit, because right now you're pushing it off too quickly. I'm happy to dive into that, but like, don't push it off too fast. I'm happy to dive into the investment side of things with you in a moment, Josh. Obviously, the product is the most important thing, though, right? Gratify it a little bit more.
I just want to cover that to make sure you understand it, because ultimately that is what's going to get you to your goals.
Really good.
And so, what questions do you have for me about what?
We've missed a question. When you say that it looks great, what makes you say that? What about pillar 2, be specific, makes you feel like this is actually going to work or whatever?
We discussed so far.
No.
Also be specific. What questions do you have for me about pillar 2? Right? Otherwise, I mean, it's not the worst thing if he starts talking about pillar 1 as well, but try and be specific.
Makes sense. Leveraging AI. Be dumb to not use that now. And just having those qualified leads. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I need.
So his tonality is a little bit all over the place at the moment. And I think it's because he's in a state where it's like, man, I know I should buy this, but I know it's going to hurt to buy this. And that's why I think his tonality is like that right now. Right?
Of course. Yeah. And so if you're happy with step 2, I can move on to step 3.
Here, you could do your own double down. Yeah, 100%, man. And like, I cannot begin to explain to you how much this has helped our clients, not only from a financial perspective. Obviously, as I showed you, I would pull up my screen, all of these people absolutely crashing it as a result of having AI in place. But one thing that I've also noticed, Josh, is a lot of the reason why business owners start a business is because they want to have control. They want to have sovereignty. And by having AI in place, it also helps you to buy back your time so that you can be with your family more, or even just enjoy the fruits of your labor. So yeah, I agree with you on that front. You're doing a strong double down on the AI point, again, to get more sold.
Is that double down or confidence loop? Or is they like kind of the same thing?
It's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
Right? Because you're saying what you would want him to say if you were to do a double down.
Okay.
But you're doing it yourself. But yes, it's kind of both of them at the same time. Okay.
3 then? Perfect. So step 3 is all about the
Okay. To me, he seems a little bit nervous.
execution and support. And in my opinion, this is the most important step. So what that actually looks like is the team, Josh, myself, we are going to be with you in the weeds every single step of the way to make sure this system is set up correctly and get you the results that you're looking for. And so what that actually looks like is there's multiple strategy calls every week where you can bring your problems
Again, would like a little bit more emotion here,
and get them resolved.
because this is the most personal aspect of the pitch. This is my favorite part of the pitch, because I can really lean into this aspect of I mean this. Like, I really do mean this. I will be in your corner. Like, I actually am going to be in your corner. I know that it's tough. I know that scaling, I know that sales is difficult, but I will be there to ensure that you succeed. Okay? It's just raw authenticity.
This is the bit I know the least, so I'm actually getting a little bit tripped up with the wordage. So I'm actually thinking about that. But yeah, no, 100%. I need to know better to give the emotion.
Cool.
Okay. If that's not good enough, we have unfiltered one-to-one support, basically 24 hours a day, meaning if you have any issues, we can get it resolved there and then. And the whole point of setting it up like this is because if you follow along and set up a system as we have laid out and bring any issues that you're having to the calls, we are making it impossible for you guys to fail, because it's the exact system that we're using ourselves that got you interested in onto this call. And it's one that Josh has designed and intimately understands. So that's why I genuinely feel like this is the solution for you to take you from where
Good. I can feel the flame. I can feel it. Like, I can feel that you are more immersed in the pitch now. There's still a ways to go from the tonality perspective, for sure. Okay. But in learning things, it's helping you to get to that stage. So keep it up.
where you are right now.
I want the pitch to be powerful. I don't know about, obviously you never jumped onto a sales call with me, Aaron, but I don't know about you guys, Alan and Andy. When I did the pitch, how it felt. It should feel powerful. It should move you.
You went in my soul, brother.
I can relate as well. Yeah, I usually consider myself a very pragmatic person who doesn't really let emotion influence my decisions. But you really gave me goosebumps with your pitch back then, Jack. So yeah, it definitely made me feel something and made me I guess place a higher emphasis on like emotional value and emotional resonance instead of just feature dumping and trying to sound logical.
Exactly. And it needs to be a combination of both, right? The logical piece has to be there in order for somebody to buy, but the emotion has to be there as well, right? And even when I'm doing it, I am trying to sell somebody emotionally, but it's just raw passion. That is what is happening, right? It's raw care. Like, I actually fucking care, bro. I really do, because I know I can help. And that's what is backing the words. It's coming from that place. Again, this is why I say focus on being client orientated. The more you do that, when you speak, you will be able to move people. Okay? It should make you emotional. There are times where I will speak and like I can feel tears starting to well up in my eyes because I'm that passionate about what I'm doing. Okay?
In terms of a little bit of inconsistent lead flow, lower quality of appointments and clients, to reaching 10K per month with the right type of people and having a system in place, meaning you can scale way beyond it if that's what you want. And
Right.
and in a position to grow into that business, making 100K per month.
Even if we look at his body language, he's leaning forwards, bro. You have 100% of his attention. He's not focusing on anything else. Fully in the call, which is great.
Make that more of a reality.
Yeah.
Be careful here at the end stage, because we've now set a precedent of I speak, you speak. I speak, you speak. And the cadence is just a little bit too slow. And because he's also saying, yeah, you can tell that he wants to jump in, right? So you want to make sure that you don't give too much leeway for it to mess with your post-pitch process.
That is how this all works. How do you feel about the process, the structure specifically?
Good. Really good, Aaron. I can tell that you've been working hard. I can tell that you're putting in a lot of effort. Keep it up. So if you feel like you got a ton of value from watching this video, obviously feel free to like the video. If you don't want to like it, then obviously you don't have to. If you want to subscribe, then subscribe. If you want to book in a call to get trained by me directly so I can help you as a business owner or even as a closer to make way more money on a monthly basis, there is a link in the description for you to book a call. But beyond that, I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.